It's not straight. Oh yeah, it is. Really doesn't look straight. That's a little bit better. YouTube, welcome back to another video. So the plan of action for today is we're going to be filming some content with videographer Ben later on. Well, actually I say later on, he's coming in like 10 minutes. So I probably won't be filming much of this morning. It's around about 9:30 now. He's going to be in around about 10 minutes. We're going to head to Muscle Hut Medway. Hope to get there for around about like 10:30-ish. We're going to be filming some reels for like Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, all that stuff. And we're also going to get the intros filmed for the off-season series, which technically we're in the off-season now, but I want to kind of like kick it off with a bang with like the intro and everything, kind of explaining the ins and outs of the series and everything like that. So we're going to film the intro for that today. I've already done the voiceover for it and everything. We just want to get some more clips. But in terms of the meaning and purpose for this video, I'm essentially just going to be running you through my new training split now for this off season. So for those of you that don't know, I will be competing in men's physique next year. I'm hoping to do 2 shows in May. I'm not going to tell you exactly what shows yet, that will be a later video. I'm going to break everything down throughout this off-season / prep series. But my new training split is in now from the coach. For the rest of this off-season, we're going to look to run like a 16-week off-season. I think we're about 3 weeks into it already. So hopefully we can hit the ground running with this off-season series from about 12 weeks left of the off-season, because I think that would give us a good amount of videos to make. That'll be around 24 videos to a week. So yeah, but anyway, this is my split now for the foreseeable, for the rest of this off season. And obviously we've programmed this to essentially bring up the weak areas that need a little bit more attention on my physique to make me competitive on stage next year at the highest amateur level. So yeah, really excited. It's a slightly different split to what I've ever been on before, like my last split was as well, in terms of the push-pull legs, rest, chest and back, arms and delts. This is also a slightly different split to what I've hit before, with a session that I've actually never hit before, but I'll take you through that later on in the video in much more depth. As for now, I'm gonna head off to Muscle Hut Medway, get some reels, and then I'll be back for my pre-workout meal, and then I'll be off to train after that. Okay, YouTube, we're back. So, been a hot minute since I filmed. Took me a little longer than expected to drive in and out of Medway, which from Canterbury is around about a 40-minute drive, film content, and then get back in time, get the first half of check-ins done. Now I'm off to train, so it looks like I'm going to be heading back for the second half of check-ins and doing a little bit of late night work this evening, which is all good. Nothing that is unfamiliar to us in any way, shape or form, but yeah, we'll have no time to kind of chill this evening. We'll literally be work right up until I crash out, but that's all good, no drama. Anyway, we're off to train now. Again, like filming as I'm driving, which I probably shouldn't be, and just because I haven't had time to kind of really film since I've been back, it's been pretty non-stop. But training with Harry today, training in a new push session from the new split that we're on, which I'll take you through later on. So yeah, I'm not sure how many clips we're going to be able to get, because I haven't even charged my camera, I haven't even cleared my memory card, but we'll see you in the gym. good, lads? It is now the next day. Did not manage to get all of the session on film, only managed to film a few clips, which isn't a bad thing. I guess it's not going to completely drag out the video and make this too long. It was just one of those sessions where every little bit of kit you wanted to use, some dickhead was just sat there for way too long. The gym was way too busy to begin with. Now, yeah, I like a little bit of atmosphere in the gym. I like to see people in the gym, but that was just way too busy. So there were certain exercises we had to chop and change. We had to do different variations of certain exercises. It was just one of them sessions. I filmed what I could, but yeah, it was one of those. It doesn't matter though that I didn't show you the whole session, because I'm going to take you through it now, because that was the first session that I hit on my new split, which I will be taking you through. So this is going to be my split for the off season, as I mentioned earlier in this video. So in terms of the split, it is a 7-day rotation. Monday we start with push and triceps. Tuesday we start with pull and biceps. Wait, what? That didn't make sense. Oh, I knew I was gonna fucking fluff this up. So Monday we start with push and triceps, followed by Tuesday where we train pull and biceps. That sounded much better. Wednesday we hit legs. Thursday we rest. Friday push and arms, and then Saturday we finish with posterior. So in terms of the exercise selection breakdown, I'll put it up on the screen somewhere, but for push and triceps we'll start with abs. We'll then move on to the first chest exercise, which will be a 45-degree incline Smith machine press. The second exercise, which will be a flat machine press. Third exercise, we'll be moving on to a dip machine. We'll then be moving on to a pec deck, a machine lateral raise, a prime bar and D-handle tricep push down. And then last exercise, we move on to a SA tricep extension. For pull and biceps, we start with standing calf raises. We then move on to a SA machine pull down, a SA low cable curl, a chest support T-bar row, an upper back pull down, a rear delt row, but I will probably opt in a rear delt fly. And then in terms of the bicep exercises, we start with a SA machine preacher curl and then a SA high cable curl. And then we move on to legs. With legs, I will still be working at minimal effective volume. It doesn't take a lot for my legs to blow up, and with competing in men's physique next year, legs isn't really something that needs that much attention. I'm much better off just kind of doing what I need to do to solidify that size of mass on my legs. They probably will just grow regardless, because that's my legs for you. I've always had big fucking legs. And then preserve more energy for other sessions such as push and pull, for areas that actually do need a little bit more attention and that need bringing up for me to be competitive on stage next year. So with legs, we start with seated calf raises. We move on to a lying hamstring curl, and then a seated hamstring curl, a leg extension, a pivot leg press, which I absolutely love that piece of kit. We then move on to a DB split squat, and then we move on to adductors for the finisher. And then we rest, moving on to push and arms on the Friday. We start with ab work of choice. We then move on to a lying cuff lateral raise, a machine shoulder press, an incline machine press, a close grip tricep press, standing cable flies. And then for the tricep exercises, we go to a dual crossbody tricep extension, which is my favorite tricep exercise. Very, very happy to see that in there. And then a dual low cable curl. With posterior, to finish the week off, we start off with the add-on exercise, a seated calf raise. First exercise, a seated hamstring curl, followed by a stiff leg deadlift. We then move on to a glute drive. For the back exercises, we start with a reverse bench SA pull down, moving on to a SA machine row, an upper back chest supported row, and then a cable rear delt fly to finish that session off. So in terms of areas that we're going to focus on bringing up this off season, the two main ones being chest and back. Like I said, legs are already a strong point in my physique, hence why we're working at minimal effective volume. I'm competing in men's physique. I don't need to get my legs out on stage. Delts have always been quite strong, and my arms have always been quite strong as well. We mainly need to focus on overall chest development, mainly upper chest as well. That's always an area that I've really struggled to connect with, even from when I started bodybuilding at 14, 15, always just been a major weak point for me. And then back as well, we're kind of just looking for a little bit more thickness and density across the midline of the upper back, and then a little bit more lower lat thickness as well. So they're going to be the main kind of focus points around this off season. But that is everything. That is my training split for the foreseeable now, for this whole 16-week off season. Gonna end this video here. Any questions around my split, please do ask away in the comments. And as always, like, share, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff. Anything else that you would like to see on the channel, please do let me know. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.